Pereira's
I
fans
know.
only know one word, and it's Charmer.
Yeah.
How's Charmer going to get you so far
Yeah, I know.
into representing the
I know.
UFC?
No,
but you know-
Is Alex Pereira the face of the UFC right now?
Yes.
After what he did to Yuri twice now, and with all the fans hyping him up right now, Charmer, is he the face of the UFC?
I think so, because after McGregor, like how he was the face, like he was hyping up the Irish fans when you remember when Conor McGregor when he won
Yes.
the fight,
Yeah.
he said, "I just don't pick him." Like he said something in the
I don't
interview.
just pick the rounds.
I just don't pick the rounds. Like Alex Pereira, he is the face. Look, everyone loves him.
Sorry, I don't just knock them out. I picked the round.
I picked the rounds. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Anyways, but Alex Pereira, he is the face right now at the moment. I think in this generation right now, more than Conor McGregor. I can't say that. Like, I'm just telling you.
Bro,
I know because
Okay.
Conor McGregor. Look, he was good back in his days. Like,
But is Conor McGregor still an active fighter? Is he still contracted to the UFC?
I don't know.
Is he still
He
contracted?
probably is. He probably
But
is.
he is. He
But
is.
He pulled out.
He was scheduled to fight.
And he was meant to
but
be the
he's
main
still-
event.
I want to hear Emilio's.
Yeah.
I want to hear Emilio's take.
What are your thoughts?
Obviously, like as a whole, we're talking history here.
Yeah.
You can't pass Conor McGregor. It's not even a debate. Like
Yeah.
he built the UFC from bottom up. But
Yeah.
as of now, 2024, Alex Pereira. If you ask all the new UFC fans, why did you get into UFC? I think most of them will tell you Alex Pereira.
Alex
I like
Pereira,
this guy.
yeah.
They'll tell you Chama.
Yeah, all right, Charmer. All right, look, before I begin, mad respect to Alex Pereira. I love what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
I love the story he's had, got into kickboxing at 20 years old, the rise he's had just in 3 years. I respect it, man. And I do think he'll win that third belt, and I think he will be maybe one of the greatest to ever do it.
100%. I think he will beat John Jones.
Apart
yeah.
of that, apart from that, look, man, going into UFC 303, Conor McGregor made $20 million just off the gate. He broke a record in itself, and that was that was like a month before it was supposed to happen. That wasn't even the total gate.
But he was meant to be fighting in the main card.
All right,
So
yeah, exactly. Look, all right, $20 million. Now, Alex Pereira got 16 mil. Coming into this replacement fight. You can argue McGregor helped him with that because people thought they were going to see McGregor, and they at that point they already booked their flights, hotels, and whatever, and they probably didn't want a refund. They did have an option to refund, but they didn't. So it went from 20 mil down to 16. All right, it's assisted. Now I'm going to go through a few stats. So McGregor 20 mil, Pereira in his last fight before 303 and 300. 300 sells in itself, 300 big event.
Yeah, of course.
So it was at UFC 295 against I think it was
Yuri as well.
Was it Yuri? It was 295 was Yuri.
Yeah.
15 mil. All right. So look, in comparison to Sean O'Malley, Strickland and Makachev and even Adesanya, I think he's better than them in terms of being the face. They don't have that stuff. But I think Nick Carruth, shout out Nick Carruth and the Bernard brothers, they raised this question on their show. Nick raised a good point, and I agree with it. And I was saying this from before, bro. You got to talk English to be the face of the UFC.
yeah, exactly.
How are you gonna sell like Conor McGregor, for example? He sold the fight in the press conference. You don't even need to watch the fight at that point. I remember that McGregor and Mayweather. Bro, the fight was done in my eyes, bro, and the fight hasn't even started. Just from the press conferences alone, that's a good representation of the UFC. If you're gonna have someone leading the pack, leading the organization, go look at that whole scenario between McGregor and Mayweather, bro. I'm telling you,
I
bro,
remember
the fight was done before it even started. The way you don't just gotta walk the walk, you gotta talk the talk.
Yeah, exactly.
People like to say it the other way around, talk the talk, walk the walk, but you gotta talk your way, bro. You got to talk your way into selling a fight. Even Makachev has said that. That's why all these people that come from overseas, that's why they learn the language to sell their fights. Highlight reels can get you only so far, man. As long as Conor McGregor is still in the UFC, there's not going to be another face of the UFC, in my opinion, man. Because how you going to, look, Alex Pereira, if you put him in the situation McGregor was when he fought Mayweather, I know I'm using that analogy a lot because it's a good example. If you put him in the same spot, he won't sell. He won't sell like McGregor sold. That is one of the highest grossing pay-per-view of all time. The McGregor-Mayweather fight. Even the Khabib McGregor. Bro, that press conference was dark. Just all the words he was saying, just everything. That's why there's press conferences for that reason, to sell the fight. You can't be selling a fight using a translator. That's what. Pereira's fans only know one word, and it's Charmer.
Yeah.
How's Charmer going to get you so far
I know.
into representing the
I know.
UFC?
No, but I agree with you. I don't think he comes close to Conor, but I don't think of Conor as being a part of the UFC anymore because of how
He's still
long
a contracted
I
fighter.
know he's still contracted.
Still
but
making
like,
20 mil a
But
I
he
minute.
know,
hasn't-
but he's
yeah.
not. He's not an active fighter. That's why.
That's
like,
right,
I
yeah.
agree
Yeah,
with
yeah,
you that
yeah.
he's not on the same level as,
Yeah.
as Conor when it comes to that. But at the same time, he's built his brand in a way where like he doesn't need to speak English, and it's working.
He's
Yeah,
got
it
fan
is.
hype, but I reckon this fan hype. Look, man, I don't think it's long term with McGregor. It's long term, bro. Like even when he's not in the UFC, he's the face of the UFC.
Of course it is, 'cause
He
it's-
represents
it's
the UFC.
nostalgia.
He goes on
It's
talk shows.
nostalgia.
You bring Pereira on a talk show, bro. Like he's not gonna talk. He can't talk. He can't
Yeah,
even
I
talk in
know.
a press conference.
Yeah, I know.
I
but-
love Pereira, but bro, he's not the face. That's why, like, he's got good hype. I'm still a fan, but I don't think he's the face. If you get me,
Maybe it will happen like soon, but I'm just saying. But
it will
like,
never happen.
No, I know.
Bro, never
but
ever
look,
happen.
with Conor McGregor, he's done it all. Like he's a 2 division champion. He's been all over the world, and he has his own alcoholic brand as well.
Yeah, but like
the
we're talking
Proper 12.
about the face of the
Yeah, I
UFC.
know.
Highlight reels, yeah, it's got him so far, man. Like
Yeah.
the rise to glory, it's got him so far, but can only get you so far. You can't be the face if you can't speak English. Yeah, it's a thing.
I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
I just don't like. I don't view Conor as in the picture anymore, even though he's
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
contracted.
yeah.
Until he
Yeah.
comes back and actually fights, then I'll say okay, he's the face, and like he's.
But
done
like,
it.
yeah,
He's-
yeah, I get
So
what you're
like,
saying.
I agree with what you're saying.
He's like a
I-
very active fighter. I get what you're saying with Pereira. Like
yeah.
he's
like
always
we're
fighting.
on the same
yeah.
boat, but I think it's like a different perspective.
Yeah, fair
Yeah,
enough.
makes sense.